stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who those hits around? Bound to go. Welcome to another exciting episode of Wine Down with Kev. Let's begin with an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for tuning in and watching this live stream today. Whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, thank you. Also, thank you to all of you that have already hit the subscribe and the notification button. We could not do it without you. Thank you. You are appreciated. Big thanks to our sponsors. You'll see them flashing across the screen behind me throughout the show. First up, you see Carol Media, all things social media. If you're looking to take your business to the next level, reach out to Carol Media. They will do the rest. Next logo that you see flash will be Canopy Connect. If you're looking to make the insurance of buying insurance easier for your current customers and your clients, reach out to Canopy Connect. The digital process is so easy. All the information that used to take me 20 to 30 minutes to collect, it's now one text away in about 1 minute. So reach out to them. Thank me later. Also, big thanks to my financial partner. None of this happens without a few dollars. Look at Wintrust Financial for your next financial move. All right. That being said, thank you for going on the journey with us. 50 podcasts, 50 agents, 50 states. Today, we get to go to my home away from home. That is the DFW area, Fort Worth, Texas. I was there a couple of months ago, had a chance to hang out with this agent, not only her and her phenomenal agency, also had a chance to meet her husband, hang out with him, her staff, and have an overall good time. So this agent, she has a phenomenal backstory. Stay tuned, pay attention, get ready to hear it. You'll be encouraged. But today, she is an award-winning, moving and shaking Allstate agent. Put your hands together and give a warm Wine Down with Kev welcome to Mayra Menchaca.
Hello, good to be here. Thanks
Hey,
for that
Mayra, how are
introduction.
you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Kevin. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I said it backstage, but I love your screen. I love your colors, your pink and your purple. Tell me about your colors before you tell me a little bit about you. What has
For
those
sure.
colors? What makes them resonate with you?
Um, Goodness, man. And maybe it's my girly side in me, but no, I always think like I was when I was building it, I said, what are the colors that stand out to me when I'm out shopping? And pink and purple is my go-to every single time I get my nails done or anything. I'm like, you
Okay.
know what? Let's just go with that. Let's just be extra.
I I love it. No apology for being extra. And
Nope.
Myra, I did the best I could with your introduction, but your backstory is richer and better than that. So you've been an Allstate agent since how long?
So I opened my agency in June of 2022.
Mhm.
So that's when I opened it, my name on the door. Um, Totally different experience when your name's on that door. But I actually started in Allstate Insurance when I was 18 years old back in 2004.
Nice.
Um, and I mean, I started just as an admin assistant for an agency, and they needed some help with the bilingual staff member, and I started there and worked my way up.
I love it. I love it. Started as an admin assistant, probably not even licensed at this point, I
I
would
was
imagine.
not. I was definitely not licensed. I was a teen mom that was looking for an opportunity where I could grow, and I can't. I will never forget how excited I was to represent the Allstate brand. Just with my background and everything, to even just get an interview with, I thought it was like a huge deal. And it is. It is I
Yes.
mean, this company has been in business for decades. So just to be able to represent that brand, that was my first, I guess, image of brand and how powerful it is.
Yes.
But yeah, so I was 18 years old, had a little girl, and I was looking for somebody to take a chance on me.
I love it, man. I love that you started there. We're going to get into you in a minute.
Mhm.
Most of our friends, our fellow agents, if I were to say one thing that we all struggle with, it's finding staff. What would you say to that agent that's looking for someone local, not remote? What would you say about giving a chance to that young single mother, how much she might embrace this opportunity to work for a Fortune 25 company like Allstate?
Man, I would definitely tell them about my story and say, don't be afraid to do the work. Both finding somebody that is brand new, doesn't have experience is work, and then finding somebody that has experience but has baggage or bad habits is also work.
Mhm.
And I have found that, you got to take a chance on people. Who's going to give them those opportunities? Like somebody's got to do it. Um, and that's actually where I'm at right now, honestly. Like I opened scratch and I started reverse. I onboarded a bunch of remote and I now recently purchased a commercial building and I'm looking for to give somebody that opportunity from the ground up again. Because why not? It's what we have the ability to do as a small business owner. Um, that's pretty cool, but I would say don't be afraid to do the work, the retention on somebody that you built alongside and just even just the sense of fulfillment that you get from watching them grow. Man, you can't replace that feeling. It's pretty awesome.
It is very rewarding, and I'd be remiss if I didn't congratulate you on the purchase of your building. Boop, 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 boop,
Yes.
boop. If I had some
Yes.
sounds, I would make some. So when we hung out in Texas, we saw each other at the Texas Leaders Forum. We were in one meeting one day. You spoke on stage. You crushed it from the stage. And then I had a chance to eat dinner with you, your husband, and your staff. Had an absolute amazing time, but you were juggling a lot of balls. You were buying a commercial building, you were buying a new house. How is your life now? Do you have your feet on the ground or are you still flying
No,
around
no.
right now?
Well, that's the thing about this business. Like, you really don't ever have your feet on the ground. And I just did also a purchase of another, my first acquisition purchase. So we did that merger, and then so we're getting settled in with that. But I don't really think we're completely there. But that's what I love about it. Because that's how I'm growing. Through these
Yes.
challenges and through the hurdles, and it really shows me what I'm made of. The composure and the patience level that you have to have. And but no, I mean, we're getting settled in. Things are definitely a lot calmer than they were when I was at Texas Leaders Forum. But we're not out of the storm for sure.
I love it. So what have you learned about yourself this journey? What have you learned about that teen mom? What would you tell her today that she's capable of doing?
Man, you're not alone. I'm actually alongside doing all of this stuff. I have found I'm actually in a personal journey in faith and just learning. You know, Growing up, I went to church for a little bit here and there. I did the vacation Bible schools because, it's a thing to do on the weekend. It was a lot of activities and fun, but I was never really like engaged in religion and faith and things like that. So as I'm going through all of this challenging time and remembering my, humble beginnings of being a teen mom and how it's good to look back and see like how far you've gone because it kind of gives yourself some grace of like, wow, right? And
Yes.
and but right now I am what I'm leaning on most is my faith and
Amen.
and and building a relationship with God and just understanding that. And I think while I'm going through this crazy juggling of everything, I just feel peace, while I'm walking my walk and I'm still learning a lot. But I think that's what's really helping me right now build calmness and composure and patience through times that are really hard. I don't feel so alone.
That's amazing. This is entrepreneurship, owning and operating a business, a growing business. You're buying emerging agencies, you're buying a commercial building, you are moving and shaking, as I said. in the introduction. You have a large staff. How many people on staff now?
We have 14. We have five states. I would say 10 out of the 14 work remotely, and the other four are in office. And so, yeah, it's there's a lot of learning that I've had to, even just with different cultures and
Mhm.
different ways that people get brought up in different states, even just the way they communicate. If I'm communicating with somebody, from Pennsylvania versus Texas, like I had to learn that things are a little bit more blunt, and like you shouldn't take it personal. That's just how people talk, and it's
Yes,
effective, right? It's effective. But at
yes,
the same
yes.
time, when you've had a culture of, like, if you ever visited Texas, it's like a whole different thing. But just learning different personalities has really allowed me to just have a better culture perspective of other people's, how they were brought up and communication styles. It's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. Hey, DJ, what's up? I'm in the middle of recording the podcast.
I know, man.
Y'all not, yeah. So, yeah, this guy, we want to talk about something different. He's trying to get his website and his Google My Business page going.
Yeah, I know.
Well, everybody knows you helped me to get to the 2 Comma Club, but and be seen by a couple of million people. But this person wants to do something different. They're trying to run ads to their book of business, their model line campaigns and stuff like that.
I know, Kev.
Oh man, well, DJ, talk to the people, man, so I can get back to the podcast. How can you help?
Yeah, man. So listen, I can help you by running monoline ads to your auto, your home, as well as optimizing your website, your Google business profile, and your social media outlets. We can do the exact same thing we've done for Kevin over the years and get you in front of millions of sets of eyeballs to help you grow your business. Contact Carroll Media today. Kev, let them know.
DJ, I appreciate you jumping in the podcast. Hit up Carroll Media. DJ, I gotta go. I gotta get back to the podcast.
I know.
So I jumped right in the middle. I usually start with, what do you love about being an all-state agent? And you've said a lot already, but what else do you love about being an agent?
Ooh, an all-state agent. How much impact we have.
Okay.
How much impact we have over the customers, families, and our teams, immediate families, over, man, just their life.
I
Like,
love it. So as you answered the question, you were really rich. You were in a space where you were thinking about some of the people on your team
yes,
and maybe how you've changed their lives. So without saying a name, tell me the story you were thinking of. Who were you when you were looking? Who were you seeing?
man, I was definitely seeing one of my staff members that started. Her anniversary is actually coming up on the 31st, and it feels like we found each other. Um,
Nice.
it just kind of clicked and connected. But, to see her where she started from when we opened the agency to now, like her personal development and her growth. And
Yes.
she has 5 kids, single
Nice.
mom, and she has so much courage. But just like me being able to work with her, as much as she thinks that I taught her, she taught me a lot along the way.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, she's so, like, healthy, and her kids are super extremely happy, and I'm extremely proud of her. And just to, like, see the vision that unfolded, at first when we first worked together, I would ask what her why was, and it was like it just started over time. It just got bigger and bigger, and it was like it's so cool to, like, hear the things that she's thinking about now. And I think that's the best part of my um about being an all-state agent, or just being a self-employed and being able to empower, other single moms or other people that have challenges, and together we're building things together
I
alongside
love
each
it.
other.
I love it. So before we get too far into the business stuff,
Mhm.
please shout out your family, say hello to your husband, We
For
are buddies. We
sure.
got a chance to kick it. Go ahead and shout them
Yeah.
out.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what I would do without my husband. Man, there's times where we were printing mailers at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning because we had to get things shipped out. So shout out to my husband. We're about to celebrate 15 years of marriage in July, so I'm super, super excited for that. My son, he's 14. He's gonna graduate middle school, going into high school. I got, you know, oldest kiddos as well. I'm super proud of them, and I'm just so thankful to be their mom.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging and shouting them out. And your staff, you have too big of a team to acknowledge everybody, but I owe a phone call to the gentleman that ate dinner with us. He wanted to take me to Stockyards so I can get a real cowboy
Yes.
hat. I'm going to take him up on it. I'm coming back to Texas with my family. No business. I just want to hang out in that
Woo.
area. What is it like living in the DFW? Because where we stay at for Texas Live, you got the baseball stadium there. I FaceTime my wife at 6 in the morning. I walked and showed her the Cowboy Stadium. Down the street, I can see Six Flags. So what is it like living in the DFW on a day-to-day basis outside of the business? I only got to see the business side.
Yeah, no, man. If on my free time, honestly, I will literally drive to the stockyards in Fort Worth. That's where Marcus was trying to take you. He is
Yes.
definitely the perfect person to tour you around the stockyards every stop. But man, they have the cattle going through there. They have like certain times of the day where they'll have the whole cattle, and then they have all these cowboy shows and rodeos, and it's really fun even just to go on, like, it's a little bit of a Nashville feel, um,
Okay. Okay. I like Nashville.
but it's not as, it's not as big though, which makes it awesome because, it's a little bit more chill and laid back. But definitely come to the stockyards. I'm usually there on the weekends, even during the middle of the day, listening to somebody on the guitar, grabbing a
Yes.
beer, and then just enjoying, the weather, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It looks like it. And shout out to Marcus. Can't acknowledge everybody else, but Marcus, my bad, bro. I bought the hats that they were customizing it. It was reasonable. It fit my time schedule, but I'm coming back. I want the full experience. I want the full
Yes.
experience.
Awesome.
So you are, you're with Allstate,
Mhm.
associated by being an employee for over 20 years, but name on the door, full responsibility 2.5 years. You've done a lot from starting with the bottom. Literally, you're the Drake right starting from the bottom about you, and now
Yep.
you're here. I mean,
I'm feeling like I'm feeling like a rookie and a vet. I can quote Drake all day long.
oh my God. I mean, literally to go from 0 to 14 employees, anyone listening to this can only imagine the phenomenal growth that you have experienced. What's been the key?
Ooh, you know what? I was actually thinking about that today, and I think where it kind of changed for me was when I started having the courage to ask for help and collaborate. I remember being so shy as a kid and being so terrified of like networking and meeting with people. And even at one of my very first All-State conferences, when I was like a sales producer or just like a support staff, I remember going into this big room with all these tables and everybody's talking to each other, and I didn't know anybody. And so I remember being super intimidated. And I just knew that I was so scared and I had so many butterflies and jitters in my belly. And when I learned to get get those out, right? And
Okay.
like go out and reach and go shake hands or talk to somebody I don't know. That was really scary, but I guess that was one of my biggest blessings was learning and meeting, and so many people have helped, myself
Yes.
along the way, and now I feel like I'm not all there. I'm still making mistakes every single day. But I just feel like a sense of me. I have to pay it forward, to all those
Yes.
trailblazers that,
Yes.
help me, through all of these things and all the questions I have. And I think that's the biggest superpower is being vulnerable and asking for help.
I like that. Biggest superpower is being vulnerable and asking for help. That's going to become a reel. That's going to become a reel. I think that can help a lot of people. So, hey, Ray, it's Kevin. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. You guys have been helping me out for a while with all the digital things you can do at Use Canopy. But some of my guys, they're still having a hard time adjusting to the digital age. Talk to the people, Ray, please.
Yes, sir. Well, Canopy Connect is the insurance data intake platform. Send a link out to your prospect. They, click on it, find their insurance carrier. We got like 350 insurance carriers on there. Click that, sign in, and they can be done there. You can ask them a few more questions you want, but we're going to pull all that insurance information, give it to you right in a nice dashboard.
That sounds pretty quick. What are we talking? 2 or 3 minutes?
Less. You can do that in 30 seconds, man.
Wow. Nick, you're a big time marketing guy. What do you think?
I think Canopy Connect is one of those tools that everybody should have in their back pocket. Makes it easy to use. You can send it out in emails and text messages. You can use it in social media campaigns, X-Date campaigns. All of those methods will work with Canopy Connect.
Guys, I got to get back to the podcast, but you heard it right here. Use Canopy Connect. Go digital. Leave old school in the past. Nick and Ray, I'll catch you guys later. Easy.
Let's go. See ya.
Fast forward, you went from butterflies in your stomach to asking for help. Fast forward, in less than a couple of years, you're speaking on stage in front of over 400 agents. What did that feel
Oof.
like on stage?
Man, I can actually like be honest with and raw with you right now. I wasn't really terrified about the stage. I was more terrified about what I was going through in my agency when I went
Okay.
up there.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Little imposter syndrome. You're giving us answers while you were working through challenges. I've been
yes.
there.
Yeah, so like people didn't know, and I said it afterwards. I posted it in a Facebook group. But man, when I went up there and I was being recognized, everybody's looking at me. I was in my first month ever where I'm barely hitting VC. And in my company, VC is like you gotta hit that or you don't unlock the good stuff that pays the bills, right?
Well said. Well
So
said.
I usually hit that by the middle of the month, and that month I was going through that, and it was scary. So even though like I've done all this stuff and I've gotten so fast, and I mean I'm literally recognized top 3% in the country for last year's accomplishments, and
Congratulations on
now,
Pinnacle
thank
Elite.
you.
Nice.
That was all my team, all my team. Uh, but it's so crazy how we can get humbled very
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. Uh,
Yep.
I love it. So I took notes upon notes. I think I filled up a full pad while you were
I ran
talking.
out of time. I was like, oh my gosh.
You got a lot done with the amount of wonderful speakers that they have. It's really hard to tell your whole story and
Yeah.
get it all out, but you gave out a lot of jewels. So let's talk tech for a minute.
Mhm.
Um, how have you embraced technology and how has that been like key in growing your agencies?
Ooh, goodness. That's my jam right there. I'm a little bit too innovative sometimes and I pivot a little too hard. But I would say, Buy Back Your Time was a book that like I just love. And what technology has been able to do is be, especially when you have leaders on a team, is be able to be there by recording one-on-ones or recording interviews or recording, even this content right now, it's being recorded and it can be watched.
Yes.
If this is not a good time for somebody, like somebody can watch it later.
Yes.
So that has been phenomenal. Utilizing AI to be more efficient, even with my service team, like they can make notes, any agent about the transaction and the recap of their conversation. And with those notes, they can put it in ChatGPT and create an email. So there's a lot of things with AI and just video conferencing that allow us to work more efficently so that we can spend that time generating the revenue that we need to scale.
So I love the fact that you said with your staff using AI.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'm a big proponent, biggest cheerleader out here for AI. Um, a lot of people, business people, not limited to agents or just people in general, are having fun with AI. They're doing stuff with pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to miss most of the fun games because I'm so enamored and passionate about the business side of AI.
Yeah.
Um, how did teaching your staff how to use ChatGPT, how did that free you up and buy back your time? Tell me how they're solving problems without having to call Mayra, I'm stuck. Please help me with this.
Oh goodness. I can name so many examples. Like for email templates, text templates, even creating job aids. Like when we're onboarding new staff members, and we've been doing it, we could do it with our eyes closed, but we don't have it written down somewhere. It allows for me and my team to create job aids that allow us to onboard and get people ramped up a lot quicker. um Man, there's just so many things, even with marketing, like utilizing data analytics with ChatGPT to allow us to make better decisions with the marketing and the numbers. Sometimes, I have girl brain, like I have girl math brain, and like I need a little bit more, like, let me throw all these numbers that I have that I've created or that I've gathered, and like show me the most effective thing that this is telling me, right? So there's so many things that can be done. Um, my team loves the for sure, you know, especially whenever there's coverages that are hard. We understand it as insurance agents, but
Mhm.
like saying that in layman's terms for it to be effective with a client, especially when we speak Spanish, right?
Yes.
Insurance terms, like we speak Spanish like regular, right? But when you get to all this,
Conversational. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, like more insurance related stuff that's more technical. It's hard to remember what those words are. So being able to utilize that to help us think through and be more effective and like convince, um, be more convincing, or just having more conviction of what we're trying to say to get it to their level. That's really allowed us, and through that builds comprehension skills. Like we're reading, and so like we're just getting smarter, even though it feels like we're dumb while we're using it, right? We're like, oh, we got to
Yeah.
go get this robot to help me. But no, it's actually we're reading and we're learning as we're researching and doing that with ChatGPT.
I love it. I love it. And it literally buys back your time because no one's going to call you while you're working on the other 54 projects that are in front of you.
Yes.
Mari, take me through a typical day. What is a typical, if you weren't doing this, what does a typical Thursday look like for you? What's your morning routine first?
Morning routine. I really am trying to have like less time on my phone in the morning,
Okay.
for sure, and having some quiet clarity time in the morning, even if it's just on my desk, no screens on, cup of coffee, write down my thoughts, figure out, at least three things that I must tackle today. Um, that morning routine is everything. That morning routine of having the clarity and time alone with your thoughts allow you to be a little bit more clear minded, and it also allows you to, for me, gratitude is a big thing in the morning.
Love it.
Because we don't know what the day is going to bring and anything can happen. But having that foundation, that's one of the things. I actually have an app that like reminds me to sit down and have gratitude in the morning, because it can get crazy. It can definitely
Uh,
get crazy.
well, it's a chaotic business. What's the app? Share the app with the audience. Is it
For
Calm or is
sure.
it a different app?
Yes, that's it. How did you
Calm.
know? Yeah,
Kev
you
gets
must
help.
be. Yep,
I,
yep. No,
I get a lot
that's
of help from my friends. I get help from podcasts, from YouTube, from techniques, from sharing information like this. Um, Calm is a sleep aid as well. A little meditation music. I don't mind a little hip hop during the day, a little upbeat gospel during the day, a little soft rock. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to shut off this crazy brain of mine, the music I want to hear is calm meditation music, like get me to doctor's office, dentist's office music, calm me down, stop this crazy thoughts in my head, and let's
Yeah.
take it easy. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a good thing because we do have to shut down at the end of the day. Let's talk a little insurance, little tech stuff.
Okay.
Um, in your area, you're in one of the fastest growing areas in the country. What is important? What is a when people think of Dallas, when people think of Texas, just to show how little I know, I thought the whole state was just really hot, but the
It is.
geography and the landscape is different. Talk about some of the natural disasters that you have to prepare for in your area of Texas.
Goodness. It feels like we get everything here in Texas. I mean, I do write all over. I don't just stay in my DFW area. I write even in the coast.
Mhm.
But flooding, when the hurricanes came, I actually have staff members that are by Corpus, and we have even in the past 3 years, I remember having a huge catastrophe that I never thought we would have here in Texas, and it was like freezing of plumbing. Like we had
Yeah.
a crazy freeze. So we get that. We also have, of course, the tornadoes. I mean, we literally just had tornado sirens go off here within the last week. I think
Wow.
today we were even on a hail, a baseball size hail maybe. So it's a lot of hail, a lot of tornadoes. It
What
happened, I
the
think,
hell?
back in, yeah, what the hail? That's definitely a Texas term. Good one, Kevin.
Baseball size hail that can do damage to a house, to a car. It can do a lot of
Crazy.
stuff. I mean, really bad stuff. Do you have one claim story where your agency was able to help put a family back together because they bought the right policy, the right coverages from you, and because of that, we were able to get them back on the road or back in their home a little bit sooner versus later?
Yes, I mean, in my agency, within the last 2 years of me being an agent, I don't have one of those yet, but I know it's going to happen.
Hmm.
It's just one of those things where you just have to be ready. But when I was back at, my sister's agency or the agency that I started at, yeah, we definitely experienced the tornadoes in downtown, like um, downtown Fort Worth. But when it comes to like helping the customers, for sure, I think the biggest thing is just we are agents, local agents, and when those things are happening, even just the emotional support that the clients are needing. Sometimes we're definitely not the adjusters and we don't cut the checks, right? But just that initial way of taking in the call and having the emotional intelligence to support them because they're freaking out about um, not having a place to live or how is this going to set me back financially, and they're going through it. So
I
yeah, I
love it.
mean, I can definitely think of a few hailstorms where people, and this is back before even COVID happened, where there wasn't remote work, and people needed their vehicles to get back to work. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a reminder. And I always tell my team when we go through a storm, like it's our time to shine. You guys be ready. It's
Exactly.
our time to shine right now. Everything gets put to the side.
Yeah, no, I love that because we're a sales organization, we're also a service organization, and sometimes it's like ER. It's time to triage. It's time to treat the patients and really be focused on getting people back on the road in their cars or back living inside of their home. So you said a lot, and a couple of things I wanted to build on a little bit. 2004, 2022, you're working in an agency. 22, you go solo, you scratch. What inspires you to take the leap of faith that you can go from single mom, bilingual admin assistant to agency owner? What was the impetus that made you take the leap of faith?
Oh, goodness. Definitely my support system. My sister, shout out to her. She's been believing in me way before I believed in myself. And just being able to work under her wing, um, like there all of the failures that were done, like the lessons that were made, um, I think that really prepared me. And you're really you could go through a lot and do all this stuff, but honestly, the biggest preparing is all the failures I've had. Like all of the
Failure is a
lessons that were
wonderful
learned.
teacher.
It is the best teacher ever. Yes. You gotta love it, like love it and hate it, but it is definitely all of the failures and the bad, bad, um, how you call it? I guess the bad turns. There we go. That's the word I was looking
Yes,
for. I was
yes,
like, "Ooh, that I should have made that turn, but I already did it. I'm already here, so we got to go with
yes,
it.
you're here.
Let's keep going.
You're in the
Let's keep
middle
going."
of it. Let's finish it. You're in the
Yep.
middle of it. Let's finish it. So basically, she kicked you out and said, "You're ready to be on your own. Get out of
Yes,
here."
I remember. She definitely did. That's what she did, and I wasn't ready. I wanted to be there for VP forever and her integrator, and she told me that it's your turn. Like, um,
Wow.
and then I think also when it goes back to like the catastrophes and the storms and the things that we do as insurance agents. To be completely honest with you, right now, the biggest storm that our community is facing is financial IQ. Um,
Wow. Expand on
and
that.
so, I mean, we're dealing it with, helping customers when they're going through cancellation notices or just not understanding how to make their money work smarter for them. And
Mhm,
I think, I mean, it starts with my own team. I feel
mhm.
like they're seeing a lot of the things that the moves that are being made and things like that, and just I'm noticing how when I get to know them and I talk to them about, what are we doing with this commission check and the things that you're building, and like I want to make sure that I can help them not only, hit their goals of going to the beach every week, every year, but like in our community and just with my team, not really understanding the financial side of things and how to make some smarter moves or have a little bit more like sacrifice in certain areas for the long term. Um, and then also just the financial services of life insurance. I think that's probably the biggest devastation I've seen, more than hailstorms or tornadoes. You can replace the homes and the vehicles and all that, but like the biggest tragedy is when we have a customer that lost their spouse or their kid or was diagnosed with something and they didn't have the right policy in place when it comes to taking care of their family, which is life insurance. I think that's one of
So,
the biggest devastations that I've seen.
so I love this conversation. So let's define our community. When you say our community, speaking specifically Latino community, first generation American.
Yep. Yes, yes. I think for sure, like there's not as much education when it comes to like and just conversation in the family about money.
Mhm,
Like, I don't know why it's so foreign, you know, and it is so foreign to discuss life insurance. Like, it's
mhm,
something that's forbidden. You don't talk about it. Like,
mhm. Yeah,
but I'm like, but it's gonna happen. Um,
yeah.
and I think that's such a touchy subject. Just talking to like, clients. It is something that I'm just trying to like understand why, right, and try to figure out, try to make some kind of movement or change to help. But it does take time.
I love it. I'm going to pick this conversation up with you. This is my wheelhouse. This is what I get excited about.
Me
Our
too.
opportunity to impact lives with change and information, something I've been focused on and excited about for a long time. So when you say that, it inspires me to do more and to ask the next level questions because really, when you think about it, our role as insurance agents is more educational than it is sales, right? We make
It
people
is.
aware of certain things. So people work really hard. They're coming to Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas, and the surrounding areas to buy homes and become homeowners. And you're educating the whole time, right? Maybe they're the first homeowner in their family, the first car owner with this insurance bill that comes with the car. So the educational responsibility is huge, and I'm glad I can see the look in your eye and
Love
feel
it.
what you're thinking in your heart. The opportunity that you're going to have, not just for the immediate customer, but generations.
Yes.
My mama, papa, everybody, abuela,
Every
everybody needs this information for you to keep talking over and over. So let's move from business and let's just talk about a little bit of fun when you're not grinding, running the agency, buying commercial buildings. What does fun look like for you? What do you enjoy?
Man, I enjoy hosting karaoke night. I love to sing. I'm not the best,
Okay.
but I will get down on some Keisha Cole, Love. That's what my go-to. Mariah Carey. I can do a little bit of rapping with 50 Cent. That's my thing. But I love to sing and I love to see other people sing. I really believe that singing is therapy. My
Okay.
husband plays acoustic guitar and he loves to sing. I love music. I
Okay.
love, going to the festivals in downtown Fort Worth. They have like Latino night and they have like the salsa merengue and everybody's in the, Sundance Square, everybody's dancing. I think it's therapy, like music and dancing and just like
All right. You
it's
brought up
awesome.
you brought up dancing last. Is your merengue game there? Can you do it? Are you good at it?
2 shots of tequila and it's there. Kevin, 2 shots of tequila and we'll get there. It's definitely
It's
a lot of
all
cardio.
good in your mind. I
Yeah.
love it. And your range of music from Keisha Cole to Mariah to little 50 Cent.
Oh,
That's some
your granddaughter is a DJ and I admire her because that's kind of my thing. It's funny, like, I do it in my living room, but I do actually have like a Pioneer DJ thing. I don't even know what it's
Mhm.
called. That's how much of a rookie I am. But I have it and I have the laptop and the mix, and if I can just get more free time, I could literally spend a lot of time just mixing different different things and just learning. I want to learn more about that. So when I see her on your feed, I'm always watching because I'm like, man, that's so cool how she's inspiring me.
No worries. So let me give you breaking news right here. Uh, this is you're my second to last episode of 50 podcasts with 50 age from 50 states. In the next couple of weeks, probably take me 4 weeks to get it done. But her coach and my engineer who's with me now, I will be coaching them to create online courses to teach people how to DJ online. My engineer
Cool.
that's here, that's running my podcast, he's going to have a course teaching people how to podcast and do a lot of things. They both have a wealth of experience in different areas that can help people. So stay
So
tuned. I will
cool.
expect you to be one of the first students for the classes
For
as they
sure.
come about. Good
Love it.
stuff. Well, you gave great answers to the fun question. When I was talking to your husband, he was telling me the outdoor lifestyle questions and how much he wants you guys to get something close to the water so he can
Yes.
just hang out, chill, and fish.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I the hiking, the fishing, I will go deep sea fishing. I will spend
Nice.
12 hours to get deep in the sea. That's me. I'm crazy. But it's fun. It's
All
so
right.
much
You
fun.
can't mention fishing without me asking what's the biggest fish you ever caught?
Oh my goodness, it was a red snapper. That's when we went deep sea fishing in Galveston. Uh,
Okay. Nice.
Gulf of Mexico. Goodness, how much did it weigh? I don't remember how much it weighed, but I couldn't even pick it up. It was huge. But I remember I spent like so much time, like even just reeling it in. Um,
Nice.
but that was so much fun. So
I
much fun.
love it. I love it. I love it. Myra, after all that you do, how do you wind down at the end of the day?
Um, Definitely with some wine. So it comes in much.
What's your go-to?
Um,
What are we white, red, sweet, dry? What's your go-to?
so I am definitely a tequila girl, but if I am drinking wine, it's definitely red. Um, and just being with my kids and my husband at home, like no phone, just conversating, just how was your day? Just not no screens for sure. Like
Nice.
I get plenty of
Nice.
screens. Yeah. Just, laughing and definitely singing for sure. Music is definitely there.
I love it. So, Mayra, as we land the plane and come to an end, I want you to close out with encouraging words. There'll be a single mother that listens to this podcast that wishes she had the opportunity to get into an industry like insurance, maybe to work with or for someone like you, and she's just waiting for a chance, but she doesn't see it right now. Can you close us out with some encouraging words and encourage her to keep going?
Oh, for sure. What I wished somebody would told me earlier is like, why not you? Believe in yourself, like take a chance on yourself. But I think that's a huge thing. And I think it has been a movement. I don't remember what, NBA player created that movement, but it just stuck with me.
Russell Westbrook.
There we go.
Russell
It's
Westbrook.
like, there he is. Yeah. But it's like, why not you? But sometimes we don't believe that we're worthy, because we've made some, what people say, like, I mean, I was a teen mom when I was 16 years old. So when I became a mom and pregnant, people were like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what happened to congratulations? Like, and so when I see a teen mom, I'm just always like, very encouraging, but man, you can do it. There's no reason why it can't be you. And if you get all these doors shut on your face, just smile and go to the next one. Like,
Yeah.
gotta know your worth. And there's no reason why not you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Mayra, you have been an absolutely incredible guest. Was there anything you wanted to talk about that I didn't ask you about? Anything exciting coming up?
Oh goodness. No, I mean, right now, honestly, I'm in my full student hat mode of just still learning. The industry is getting very challenging, but I'm buckling up, buttercup, and I'm ready to, like, I'm not tired.
Good.
But no, like, I'm super excited to, continue seeing your podcast and, see other people and just start meeting other agents and other people that are sharing the journey I am. And this podcast also reminds me, and just talking out loud with you, it has inspired me to remember how much impact I have on other 18-year-old girls that have babies and working 80, 90 hours a week and maybe not spending as much time with kids, and just to go find them, right? So thank you. Thank you for bringing that back, and my eyes open wide to go finding more people that had the beginnings that I did.
I love it. You are a voice and a force to be reckoned with in the world, and the world needs to hear your voice. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of Wine Down with Kev. Thank you all, whether you watched us live on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or whether you're listening to this on your favorite podcast platform at a later date. Thank you. Special thanks to all of you that have already hit the subscribe and notification button. And if you haven't done it already, do it now so you can be notified in advance when fire content like this comes out. Big thanks to my sponsors, Carol Media, Canopy Connect, my banker, Wintrust Financial. Couldn't do it without them. Couldn't do it without you. And I could not do it without all of my wonderful guests on 50 podcasts with 50 agents from 50 states. Ladies and gentlemen, let's close it out with a wonderful, warm Wine Down with Kev applause for Mayra Menchaca.
Thank you guys for having me. Please go find me on social media. I'm here, happy to help you guys.